That's fine how it is. What time is it? Good morning! Yeah, it's almost afternoon, actually. Good morning. Have you ever had a day where you kind of wake up and then things kind of just cancel on you? I mean, today, this morning, I woke up, I was like, yeah, no, I've rested well, and I know I had to work. And then I get a text message from the boss saying, oh, too much wind, we can't work today. I'm like, alright, that's fine. So I'm like, okay, what do I do now? Well, I got chores, I got things to do, and so forth. And I decided to do a few things of research because I am moving soon. And I was able to get some information. Then I decided to finally watch the new episode of Doctor Who and enjoy it. Well, so, now, the thing is that, have you ever had that moment of that little spark of insanity, that little explosion of eureka, that you become inspired? Now, the thing is that this morning, I was pretty bland. Actually, for the few weeks, I've been very, very bland. And the thing is, now I feel really, really awake, really alive. That's why I feel like actually making a YouTube video just for the fun of it. Every now and then I'll think about, let me just make it to, screw that. Right now, I just want to make a YouTube video because when it comes to inspiration in life, there are many different things that are many different factors that come along that actually inspire you to do things or not to do things. It's every little detail in life that comes along that actually moves and waves around your thoughts and ideas. Yeah, that's horrible. Okay, so what was it? Oh, okay, so here was it. Every single person you meet, good or bad, will affect how you think, how you see, how you do things, how you react. Now, here is the catch. Here's the catch to it all. Whether it be good or bad, I mean, they will change your mind or inspire you or tell you an idea which you'll probably will forget the person as a whole, but then you'll have that one single spark, that single memory of them that will always bring them back, whether it be good or bad. But yeah, okay, now, what was it? Yes! Alright, so, I basically thought, you know what, let me make myself an omelet today. Yeah, but guess what? When I came down to make an omelet, I remember that yesterday I actually had pizza. Actually, I made the pizza. I went over to the hotel that I used to work, and I made myself a pizza to eat and everything. Okay, so I brought back the leftovers, and then I was reminded of a certain type of omelet. It involves a pizza. Leftovers. Great things about leftovers. Alright. Leftover pizza with all the toppings and everything. Sometimes when you microwave it, the bread gets all screwed up and nasty, right? Okay. So, instead, we're changing the concept of reheating the pizza. Forget reheating the pizza at all. Instead, we are going to use just the toppings, the cheese, the sauce, and everything else, all the flavors without the bread. And we'll put it in an omelet. Ah, I know, it sounds kind of nutty. But, now, back to my concept in hand. This was actually taught to me by a soon-to-be former coworker. I'm about to leave the job where I'm at. And the thing was that the coworker says, like, oh man, whenever he was a bachelor, that the best thing to do with a supreme pizza with everything on it for the next day or day after, a few days after, however it may be, you basically make yourself an omelet, you nuke the pizza, and as everything is all hot and gooey on that pizza, you then just scrape it right on top onto the omelet. And I'm like, that seems really interesting. Now, I heard this probably 1 or 2 years ago. So, as I heard this such a long time ago, it was only now that I get that memory. And now the thing is that it doesn't matter how the person is, and there will always be some idea that they give you that later on in life you're going to realize, yeah, let me try that, or do that, or yeah, I remember this. Are they going to tell you that, that single moment of memory will bring back all sorts of different ideas and thoughts, and, or it's how it can change your mind. This morning I thought, well, I'm just going to do chores, I'm going to get things in order, I'll take some stuff over to the thrift store, donate stuff, get rid of stuff, trash things, do all those regular things I have to do because I'm moving. Well, guess what? As I got this inspiration, whenever I thought I'd make an omelet, then I got this, and I was like, you know what, let me do that. It seems like a crazy idea. Plus, at the same time, after I realized I only had one egg left, I had to go buy some more eggs. after I saw that, then I realized one more thing. That I was not being myself for such a long time. I was just so busy with always doing my work and my schedule and stuff, and I really wasn't having as much fun as I would usually have. It was getting me really bummed out. So instead of being bummed out, I decided to change it. I decided to switch things up, to liven myself, bring me back from the dead of emotions that I was having. Not hot enough! Instead of being dead with those dead emotions that I kept usually having, I decided, let me go back to what I like to do. Let me do things that makes me happy. Let me return to my happiness. The best way to do that is to prove that you don't care. It's not that you don't care, it's just that there's many things that you don't have to care about. There's so many things out there that make people angry and depressed and aggressive and so much. You know what? I'm going to be happy. I'm going to have all sorts of fun today. Today, yes, I'm going to still do my chores of doing this stuff, but I have a reasoning for all this. Are you warm enough? Yes, you are. Now, as I'm going to be refinding my reasoning to life itself, because, you know, you have to sometimes kick yourself in your own butt to remind yourself of, you know what, be happy. Do this, do that, don't do the others, because why are you doing that to begin with? Because it's going to make you sad. And, you know, there's no reason to be sad. Why be sad? You can remind yourself how you're awesome. I've said this before in many different other videos. Be awesome. Because the only person who can inspire you is just a little bit on the outside, but more on the inside. For yourself. Inspire yourself. Do stuff. Make yourself happy. I can't make you happy. I can look crazy for you. I can be for your entertainment. But when it comes down to it, on the inside, you really have to do things for yourself. So, I am going to, what am I going to do? Yeah, so today, I'm going to do all sorts of stuff that will make me happy. It'll be stuff that's by myself. It's Monday. Most things that are out here that are fun are actually closed. Plus because of winds, and, you know, I'm not going to ride a jet ski and possibly play a jetpack. That's fine. You know what? I am going to make good use of it. I've got a bunch of things that I have to organize and get rid of. I'm basically going to bring that mess from sitting in my room, because if it sits in my room, I kind of procrastinate a lot faster. I'm going to bring it down to the living room, put the boxes, pack that stuff up, and get it out of here. But first I'm going to eat. Another thing, too, is today's a good day to just sit around, listen to music, make things, craft things, work on things, get rid of a lot of stuff that's in my way. Because what's the purpose of life if we're always surrounded by things that we know we don't need? Oh, that tore. Flip, flip, flip. Ah, close enough. Oh, that's ripping apart. Oh, you're too fluffy. Dang it. Alright, so why are we doing things and surrounding ourselves with stuff that does not keep us happy? That that involve us with all these like leftover emotions that are really not necessary. I say this because I've got a bunch of like half-finished projects. These projects, I wish I finished them, but you know what? I can't. I don't have enough time, and I know it. I've gotten rid of a good 80% of my things. I've got a lot of materials for making jewelry and stuff, which I know I'm gonna have to give away because I cannot have it anymore. I know I can't. Simple as that. I have to get rid of it. I have to give it up. There is no reason for me to have some of these things. It just has to be done. So when it comes down to our sanity, you can be very cluttered, but you have to give up. You have to give up all these things that are not helping you. You have to give up on these things that are just there, or reminders of negative stuff. All these things you must give away. Just send them off somewhere else. Oh, for just in case, my pizza that I made, because I made it for myself, was pepperoni, sausage, bacon, and breakfast sausage. And cheese. Yeah, I wanted to enjoy it. Oh darn, we're almost at the 10-minute mark. So yes, I'm going to finish this up. Yes, I got my rolls. They just came out of the oven. Everything's all nice. I'll show you this later and talk and rant a bit more. Alright. See you soon.